And boom, we are live. Welcome, folks, to the American Movie Podcast. If you've never been here before, welcome aboard. I go through movies, news, documentaries, Netflix series, Netflix originals. And if you want to start your own podcast, make sure you get the 2 free guides down below in the description, and you get a free video on how to start your own podcast. So that is a great asset right now just because everybody's cooped up indoors, and it's something you can grow and learn and expand yourself while being cooped up indoors. So check it out if you want to start your own podcast. It's a free guides and video. So today we're going over the platform. The platform is available on Netflix. It was released, it got good results at the Toronto Film Festival. It was released in Taiwan as well in February. And this was a good movie. It was about hierarchy and greed and the jaded cynicism that some people think occurs inside of humanity. I don't think so as much, but if you love this movie, you're really going to love. I watched this after I watched the platform Snowpiercer. Snowpiercer is a great movie as well that talks about inequities and this. So this was a little bit more blunter than Snowpiercer, but it still has the same narrative, the same narrative and the same path that it goes down. So this is the platform. The platform is a jail. It's 250 floors or over 250 floors, and there was this platform, gigantic platform that starts from the top and descends down, full of food. And the prisoners get an allotted amount of time to eat this food as the platform descends down the middle of this linear structure or vertical structure. So Snowpiercer is linear. So I like this movie. It was jaded. It was gross. There was cannibalism. It was the worst of the worst of feral humans depicted. And it's dystopic. And it seemed like it was a very blunt way of depicting inequities, I guess. Now, Snowpiercer does a better job, and I'm comparing it to Snowpiercer because it reminded me so much of it. This is a Spanish film. I watched it with subs and dubs, but I think I would enjoy it better if I just watched it with the subtitles. So you get the more of the acting. The direction was good. The acting was good. And the set pieces were good, and the action was good. It's very thrilling, dramatic, grotesque. It shows the grossest parts of, and it shows how important manners is. I think Steven Pinker's book, Better Angels of Our Nature, says that one of the biggest changes was not going from like the cities to rural, but going into rurals to cities, and manners were adopted. And so that's one big thing that I think is just very, very evident inside of this. And it's like you wouldn't eat dinner with someone all the time if they were just holding their knife the entire time. Like if they held where's my hand? So if they held a knife the entire time while talking to you and eating, like that's bad manners, and you'd be like, I'm not eating with this person anymore. So manners are one of the biggest things that I've seen within that book, and it's just grotesque. And it reminds me of there's a bad movie, Rubber. Rubber was on Netflix a long time ago, and it was like it was almost the same thing where it was like greed. It was actually this tire that murdered people. So I'm getting way off topic, I know, but it was like a gross scene where they were all fighting over this turkey. So it was basically the same thing, and it was all grotesque, and everybody got their allotted time in the platform, and it's descending, and it centers upon these two old men, or this one old man and one other man, and they have this interaction, and one is altruistic and one is very, very narcissistic or jaded, jaded. And so they're going back and forth. And one of the best parts of it, or one part that I enjoyed a lot, was the interaction of the old man talking about materialism in this commercial of his knife. So he got this brand new knife, and he talked about the experience of he was getting it, and he was sold on it, and the commercial and the advertising made it seem like he would feel whole then. And then he got this knife, and then he saw a better version of this knife, and it sharpened itself. And he was like, oh man, I thought that I bought this thing and it made me feel whole for a second. That fleeting moment left, and now there's this new knife, and now I feel like I have to buy this new knife. So that was a nice depiction of commercialism and advertising. But the whole hierarchy and inequity of this was just, it was very blunt. That's all. I would say this is a blunt social commentary, and it by no means makes it bad, but it's just blunt, and it uses the mechanism of food. So it's a great depiction and a great mechanism to use it because the point is made. but it was just very blunt in my taking, and it doesn't make it bad. It's just all right. It's just a mediocre, you know. I thought it was all right. So let me know what you thought of the platform. I enjoyed moments. I don't enjoy of the overarching narrative of jaded bad humans. But that's it. Yeah, that's where I'll stop. So let me know in the comment section down below what you thought of the platform, and don't forget to subscribe unless you love the platform and you hate me now because I said some shitty things. But you know, that's it. So thank you so much, Matthew Benjamin with the American Movie Podcast. If you want to start your own podcast, make sure you get down in the description and get the 2 free guides and a video for starting your own podcast, especially since you're cooped up indoors right now. So thank you so much. Until next time, bye.